it is quite clear that the US side is trying to make up another story about China threat. They called the unmanned airship spy balloon. This led to the so-called conclusion the US believed that it will undermine the US interests. Called the airship kind of threat will lead to what they believe that China will utilize the airship to achieve China's goals. So this is the theme of their story. And at the same time, the United States emphasized the importance of the military deployment from the US side and try to react to this event and to utilize this event as kind of excuse to achieve the US strategic competition goal. They emphasized the importance of the competition with China, not only in the military field, but will expand to high-tech and other fields. They utilize the event as kind of starting point to try to contain China. Domestically, the bipartisan contention met kind of opportunity to achieve consensus. So some officials, especially the congressmen, emphasized the importance for the two parties to act together against China instead of quarreling with each other. So we witnessed a lot of negative signals from the US side about the airship incident. It is quite clear that the United States does not want to manage the crisis as they claimed before. They would like to utilize the event to counterbalance China, to achieve their goals, and to undermine China's interests.
How do you think would the investigation lead to?
It's quite clear that the so-called investigation does not aim at finding the facts, communicating with China. It is lack of independence, transparency, and openness. I suppose the international community will expect the US side will conclude that it is a threat to the US interests and will utilize the conclusion to increase its military investment and to increase its rivalry against China. So it is very negative for the bilateral ties, and if the international community will watch this process and will be alert that increasing tension between the two major powers in the world. And China has sent a clear signal that China would like to maintain stable relationship with the United States, try to work with the United States to manage the crisis. But if the US side is reluctant to work with China, the result or the consequences will be dangerous and disastrous.